Hello everyone and welcome back to the clouds. Today's video is going to seem a tad bit random. If you are new here, welcome, and welcome to a rather unexpected video. For those of you who know me, I'm not much of a spontaneous or rebellious person. So knowing that, you would not be surprised to know that I have been looking into this, researching it, and thinking about it for a long time. Probably over a year thinking about it, like, seriously. So for today's video, I will give you an abbreviated version of why I'm doing this, just so that you're not going into this blind. So I suffer with a couple of chronic pain conditions. One is called fibromyalgia and one is called hypermobile EDS. If you want more information about those conditions, I have a video up here you guys can watch. Now, I also struggle with a couple of other things that this is supposed to help with or has been known to help with. And here's a little TMI alert, so if you want to not hear this, skip to this, okay? I also suffer with extremely painful periods. It has always been a difficult thing in my life. It has taken a lot of opportunities away from me because I wasn't feeling well enough to go do things or stand up. So I only get a couple of weeks of like full, uncorrupted Dre. So, to me, that just doesn't feel fair to me or to the people around me. And on top of all of that, I also struggle with anxiety and depression and a couple other mental issues. All of those things, that whole list of things, has always been something that I've always felt really limited me. And then now to deal with my chronic pain conditions that are limiting me even further on a more regular basis, it's becoming a bit of a juggle. There have been some anecdotal evidence of people being able to get relief from menstruation issues, mood swings, mental disorders like anxiety, depression, things on that side of the spectrum. I feel so deeply inside that this is something that I need to try. I felt the same way when I tried acupuncture, which piercing is similar to acupuncture, it's just more of a long-term permanent solution. I know that there's no scientific, proof that any of this works, but then again, there's a lot of things that you just kind of have to have faith on. Everybody's body is different, and how you can get relief from pain, how you can get treatment, what your body responds best to, it's all personal to you, it's all unique to you. So in knowing that, I know that there is a possibility of going one way or the other. It may help me and change my life. I'm really hoping for that, but I'm also open to the fact that it won't do anything, or it might make it worse. My body is extremely sensitive, and throughout my life, it has proven to me that Western medicine is not necessarily its cup of tea. Prescriptions and medication have always kind of been a last resort for me. The side effects are usually worse than the benefits, so they just don't weigh out. Most of my life, I've kind of leaned more towards natural remedies, teas and poultices, and I'm actually a licensed massage therapist, and a lot of the reason why I went into that was because my body is so sensitive to things that are chemically intrusive in nature, I suppose. I've had a lot of benefits from acupuncture. About 2.5 years ago, my chronic pain was just kind of out of control. And I was in a wheelchair for around 6 months. And after the 6-month mark of me camping out in my living room because I couldn't get onto the bed because I hurt so bad, I had to crawl to the bathroom, I needed help getting bathed. After Michael and I got married, we kind of just dealt with it. After the 6-month mark, I was just kind of over it. I'm like, you know what? I should be better by now. I'm young. At the time, I was like 22. I'm 24 now. I'm gonna be turning 25 in May. So I was like, I'm young. There shouldn't be any reason why this is taking so long to get better. So Michael and I decided to look for some type of treatment or solution. We found my current chiropractor, and he is a chiropractor and acupuncturist. I did acupuncture for 2 months, and my appointments were 2 times a week. And after 2 months, I was able to walk again. Not a lot, and not super well, but I was able to handle the pain, to walk again. I don't know if you guys have ever been through something like that before, but I was kind of in the state of mind where I thought that whatever damage I did was permanent, and then I couldn't go back to the way my life was. Sorry. And although that's kind of true, it's not all completely my fault. I've learned I'm able to do more than I could 2 years ago. I still had to give up dance, which I was majoring in at the time in college. And I've had to give up a lot of things, horseback riding, working out, really. You know, long story short, I felt like it was a miracle that I was able to get back what I thought I lost forever. But I'm sharing this with you guys because this research that I've done and these thoughts and feelings that I have feel really strongly that I need to try it for my health and for my body. Personally, I wouldn't have considered this if I didn't think that there was going to be some physical benefit to me in the fact that I could live a better life. Sorry. My life isn't bad right now. I'm able to do a lot more than I was able to. But I've had to give up a lot of things that kind of identified me at the time, and I've kind of had to rediscover myself and who I am and what I like to do, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to take care of my body and to take care of my health. Because most of my life that was not a priority. I just did what I want when I wanted to, and my body would catch up. And now being almost 25, I know that it doesn't work that way. I don't want this to try to convince other people that they need this too. I'm just trying to take you along on my personal journey of making this decision for myself, because it has not been easy. What I feel is that if I don't do it, I'm going to be denying myself of healing that could be there if I just made a decision to advocate for my body. So if this is something that it doesn't want, or that it just needs for a short period of time, I am going to listen to it and do what it needs me to do, because I am its keeper, you know? So even though this seemed like a huge speech to you guys, I'm not sure how much of it I actually kept, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. With that said, I have an appointment later today to get this done, and like I said, I really can't believe that I'm here right now, but I actually feel quite confident about this. I do plan to share my aftercare requirements from this particular shop, and I will ask a lot of questions because that's just who I am, and I'm kind of obsessive and nervous about everything, so I'm going to be asking tons of questions, so any answers I get to that I will share with you as well. But I think I've done enough nervous rambling. I will see you guys here in a few hours when Michael gets home from work and we are on our way to my appointment. Do you promise you'll hold my hand?
Yes, I promise I'll hold your hand.
Video evidence. He will hold my hand. Alright, so it is done. It didn't bleed a whole lot. Sorry about the bumpiness. We are in a car and you are on my phone because I forgot to bring my camera, so you're welcome for that. But it didn't bleed too bad. Honestly didn't hurt too bad at all. Like, I was squeezing Michael's hand, clenched my teeth a little bit because it was like a really hard pinch, and I know a lot of people explain it that way, but that's really what it is. It's like kind of a pinch with like a sharp nail. You know, like somebody's pinching you with like a hangnail or something. Got just a clear gem. Honestly, it hurts more now than it did to get it pierced. To be completely honest, it's kind of throbby. Yeah, it's kind of like fevered now. I have to make sure not to like let it get too cold, because I know that my nose gets really irritated in that way. But going in, I had kind of like the inklings of a headache, and now it's starting to become a full-blown headache. Overall experience, they were awesome. I think his name was Tyler. Yeah, I think his name was Tyler. He was super sweet. He definitely put up with all of my questions and said that he loved questions, and I told him that he had to, you know, he gets paid to say that, and he was like, no, sincerely, I love questions, because that's when problems happen, is when people don't know what the heck they're doing. And this girl definitely knows what she's doing, because I've been obsessively researching it for like ever. So I will mention that it hurts to smile for me, But I did have him place it like right in the crease, and that's basically where he was going to place it before. That's how he measured it. But I got my fake nose ring that I was wearing before, and I kind of put it where I liked it because I wanted to make sure that my ring would fit when I switched from a stud to a ring. And so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too deep, but I like how it sits in my nose crease. So it did make it pretty good as far as that goes, because it's the thinnest part of my nose. Didn't bleed hardly at all, like just one Q-tip basically is how much it bled. And again, it didn't really hurt. I've had physical therapy more painful, but they were both really great, really helpful, very kind about me being nervous and asking questions. So I bought the Aftercare that they had available for $10, but they did offer just, you know, a free like recipe to make. But I kind of just wanted to make sure to get it right this first time because this is going to be the most critical. So thank you, sweetie. So this is the Aftercare kit that they gave me, and this was $10. And I honestly feel like it's better to do it this way, just so that I know and am prepared, because we don't have any non-iodized salt at home. So we're going to have to go get that. And this will be good for 2 weeks, but I will need to continue to do the Aftercare for 4 weeks at least. I'll catch up with you guys later and let you know how it's feeling and anything else that you might find remotely interesting. So, see you later. Michael and I have been home for a few hours, and piercing hasn't really bothered me too much. It is pretty tender. I appreciate you guys joining me for this very weird and unusual video. I'm sorry that I didn't get any filming in the shop, but I don't know how much you really want to see a needle going through a person's nose. There's plenty of videos out there for that. I'm in my pajamas, so I am ready to go to bed. Hello everyone! It has been about a little over 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks since I got my nose pierced. And honestly, I am so happy that I did this, because it's gonna get a little TMI, so if you're not interested, I suggest skipping to this time here. But first of all, my periods have been so much better, from crippling 3 days to now maybe a few hours, like maybe 6 or 7 hours of like moderate discomfort, and then it's mostly just mild discomfort for the rest of the time. So that's a huge difference. Also, my pain has been much better. My pain tolerance has been loads better. Physical therapy I've been responding to better. My mood has been better. Oh my goodness, my mood has been better. All in all, you guys, this was definitely the right decision for me. I have no doubt. The benefits and the results, whether they be psychosomatic or not, they're there. I'm not saying that this is a magic cure and that this will fix everybody's problems, but I'll tell you what, I believe strongly that it has greatly helped. Ozzy wants to join me. Hey buddy, what are you doing, huh? Doesn't his haircut look great? I think so. Anyways, back to me. Honestly, you guys, this was the best decision I made in a long time, and I did it in favor of my health, which has been the first time I've done that in a long time. He has the hiccups. Are you okay, buddy? Is that why you want it up here? He gets scared when he has the hiccups. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, it's okay. But anyways, you guys, that is the video today. I appreciate you joining me for this very different and unusual video for Dre of Sunshine. And if you guys have any questions or you guys want to talk or anything, go ahead and hit me up in the comments down below. That was my phone. So very rude. Sorry. To be honest, this is a lot more results than I've had from actual, like, medications. So I'm happy. I am so incredibly happy and relieved and grateful that this was the right direction. If you guys are interested in my other pain management routines and tips and tricks, I will be doing another video for that. Thank you so much for joining me again for this very unusual video. If you guys have any questions, want to start a conversation, feel free to do that in the comments down below. And I will see you guys next time. I will leave you with this. Resting is not laziness, it is medicine. Bye!